afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Hey, Daniel. Hopefully, let me know, microphone's working or no? Hey, just. I'm in the garage, obviously. Air conditioner's going, comfortable. Been, putting stuff together, got benches and a light on, a bunch of stuff going. So hopefully there'll be a video, and I'm eating too, so you guys will have to excuse me. Hey, Douglas. Hey, Randy. Sound, you can hear me or no? Echoing? Yeah, probably because I'm in here. Let me see if I can, put on this so I can actually see, not pretend that I can see. Audio. I have echo cancellation. Let me try that. Take it off and see what happens. How about now? Any different? I'm gonna put a microphone on it just in case I want to do a live stream from here. But is that any better or worse? Yeah, pretty much naked. Naked daughter was just here. She wanted to eat. Brought me lamu and a little rice. She went in to eat. She's been helping me do all the stuff. I got the compressor out and up, and 2 of the stainless steel shelves, 2 of the workstations. Too bad I don't have a camera I can actually show you guys. But is it still echoing, Justin? Can hear you, but worse now. Background noise. Okay. I took off the background cancellation. You know, I'm going to change to a different mic too. Okay, let me go back on, reduce background noise. And let me make it this way. But let me change. Right now I'm on my external speaker. But I can go on this one. This is that, let's see, headset communication. All right. How about now? Any better? Worse? Now I'm on the microphone that's in the, this is that computer that I bought from my wife's work, that all-in-one Acer deal. Sounds better now, Andy? Hey, Andy, how you doing? Dave the nudist. Yeah, I am. Bald head, bald body. Better? That's the only choices that I have right now out here. A lot of it, I have that fan right there on, and then the fan that's off the solar, which is freaking awesome. And I'll show you guys right now. Pond is running, the man cave is on, and the air conditioner's on. The garage is running, fan on, air conditioner, 2-ton air conditioner on. And right now we're charging at 98%. We're kicking around because the sun's in and out up there. And stuff's probably going in and out. 200, 700 watts, 1,000 watts. Now these wattages that it shows on this program, I'm going to see if I can get a Wi-Fi for that Power Mister box. That's showing above and beyond whatever wattage the air conditioner is using in the man cave, whatever this air conditioner is using, whatever the pond's using. Then it has 600-700 watts more that's charging the battery. But I'm really happy with the system. I've got the breakdown. I'm pretty much done. The garage, the floor is painted. The driveway's done. Everything, it turned out to, just to give you guys the one that are sitting here. The 6.2 kW with 200 amp hour of 48 volt batteries, big, massive 750 watt panels, installed, everything done. Everything all in all was like 95,000 for a complete, basically 6.5 kW solar system. Which I know once we build the 2-bedroom house over here for my mother and father-in-law, it's going to be zero. I know it's not doing it, obviously. The way that I have it set up right now, at the end of the day, if this is shut off, the man cave shut off, and just the pond, now I haven't done all the breakdowns on exactly what everything's pulling. Yeah, that 39C is inside that breaker box right there. I got to pull that out. I'm thinking about pulling that out and putting it up on the wall so I can get a reading. Right now, I'd say it's set at 20, 25. I'd say it's about 25. I'm a little chilly with the fan blowing on me, but moving around and working, I was actually sweating at, whatever, 74. But yeah, so the driveway ended up being a little bit more than I had wanted to spend. I think I've got it in the book inside the house, but I know that it was like 145,000 for the building. Okay, the concrete slab, everything that you see, everything. About 95, if I remember right. I've got the exact figures in there. 95,000 for the basically 6.2 kW solar system. And then the driveway was like 51,000, I think is what it ended up being. I got a couple of things I had some sand and rock that I got the other day that was like 2,500 baht. So I want to put that in there. But this system, with that stuff off and all overnight and 100% battery when the sun went down, the way that I have it programmed is it looks at solar first. If there's nothing there, it goes to battery. It runs the battery down to 10%. Once it gets to 10%, then it goes to the grid. What I'm seeing is if the battery's at 100%, which we got cloudy skies, then it'll keep that battery 100%, running all that stuff all day long. And at night, with the pond running, and then the little whatever's on here, residual for the computer that's off or this that's off and the little stuff. It's like at 40, 45%, 50%, the batteries in the morning. And then if the sun's out, sun pops up, 2.5 hours later, the battery's 100%. So the only thing I've got to work on is I've got that system on my house still isn't working right. Something's still wrong. So I got to figure that out. Hey, what's up, Kenny? This solar system is freaking awesome. I would say, let's say exactly what it is outside. I'm going to get a thermometer in, but from the temperatures that I know, it's about 25. And it's telling me outside right now in Sarin, it is, come on. And that's what else I got. I had no internet. Hey, Logan, what's up? Isn't it late there? This is the garage. I'm in the garage. I had no internet out. What I'm running off right now, underneath my 65-inch TV in there was my, what is it called? The cable or whatever that comes in, my fiber. And it's in a big box with 4 antennas. All the antennas were down. It slid under the 65-inch. I got nothing out here. Nothing on my phone or nothing. 32 right now, partly cloudy. I pulled it out just in front of the TV. I'm gonna have to find another place for it. Brought the 4 antennas up. That's all I did, and that's what I'm streaming off of right now. I got like 100 up and 100 down out of my 1,000 because I'm so far away. So I'm gonna buy. My wife's asking them over at NT what the best repeater, whatever that's going to bounce the signal more out here, and that should be fine. And then I've got this as a backup. I've already tried that. That's the one that I take with me on in the trailer. So either way, I should have. I was just wanted watch a movie maybe if I was out here bullshitting, doing nothing. I'm thinking about rolling the. I got the shadow back. I think I got a live stream tomorrow. I'm probably doing everything. I'll probably get out today, and I probably won't do it tomorrow. Yes, almost. You're on vacation. Are we drinking? We got a little whiskey, or what's going on? Is Jamie on vacation too? Let's see, what 100 for a new garage? Geez, I paid 300 per month. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Caught the end of what you just said. Yeah, just the solar stuff is phenomenal. Like I said, I'm pulling right now a 2-ton air conditioner, a 1-ton, I think it's a 1-ton, a 1-ton air conditioner. God knows what my pond's pulling with both my pumps and everything. I don't know. I'm probably pulling what your house would be pulling. I guarantee it. And right now, like I said, my it's at come on. I got to get another program up here, but 99% on the battery. It's charging with a 400 or 500 watts, and that's above. It's bouncing back and forth because I don't know if you can. Oh, you can't see, but you can see where it's charging. Anyway, that with just partial cloudy cover, it'll do that. And then, like I said, my pond ran all night, and then this off, and the man cave off. It was down to like, I don't know, 45%. I don't get up at like the crack of dawn to run out here. Well, I do, but to run out here to look. But by the time I came out here this morning, and I came out at about, what was it? It was earlier, 6:30, something like that. It was at 45%, and it was just starting to charge once it starts to hit that sun. Because, like I said, the way that I have it set up, it looks at the solar panels first. If it's not there, batteries, and batteries come down 10%. It goes over, and I can even run the batteries down even a little bit more if I wanted. You guys have to excuse me. I'm eating my lunch. Jamie's on a trip. A wheat and bourbon. Good for you, brother. Yeah, what would that on an average day? Because I don't know kilowatt hours. You probably know better than I do. What would that be wattage for that day? Like, what would you run wattage per hour? Like I said, 100,000 baht doing some of the stuff yourself. And you can, are you still planning on coming this way the end of the month? We're leaving. We're leaving Thursday morning for Ubon, and we're going to go. We're staying at the Centra for 2 nights. My wife's got for work, and then so we're going to stay there Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday morning. We're going to get up and go to the Ubon house and stay for just 1 day, and then come back because my mother-in-law and we have 3 dogs left. Those are going to be the Ubon Labradors, whatever. My uncle wants a Labrador. He's getting 3, which he's happy as hell about. So when we leave that morning, we're gonna bring Pancho and Heidi, my mother-in-law, 3 dogs, and we're gonna drive all the way up. We're gonna leave here about 11, I think. Gonna drive all the way up to the house, drop her and the animals off, jam back down to Ubon to the Centra, stay there for Thursday night and Friday night. I'm just gonna kick it. She'll be working. I'm just gonna relax. We'll probably go out for a nice dinner each night, and then go back. So I guess to make a long story even freaking longer, I won't be back until Sunday, this Sunday. So I don't know. Mark has estimated I need a 5 kW inverter. Yeah, and this one, like I said, is 6.2. I've got 6,000 watts of panels, and you can do it cheaper. Like I said, these panels I paid for like the top quality. Why I did that, I don't know. I was like, my brain was numb or something. But you can do it. Like I said, I guarantee if you've got a decent electrician, the only thing that would, like you say, that Mark is, he probably knows about that transfer over from the one to the other. This one's easy because I'm just adding stuff to basically a standalone system. It's powering my pond and my man cave and the garage. And then when I add the 2-bedroom little Thai style house, probably between now and the end, maybe a little after the end of the year, probably January or February, it'll be done. That's going to have one air conditioner, one bathroom, plugs, a few plugs around, and that's basically it. They don't, they use air conditioner now because of me. I just basically for 2, 3, 4, 5 years just been pounding into them. I didn't put these air conditioners in for not to use. He's 80 years old, and and she's my age, which I hate to say, but she is. But so they are a little bit in tune. But I guarantee you, with what they're going to use there, it's only going to be me and my wife and Sim now in the house, and I get the other one dialed in. I from when I figured it from the beginning, I thought that my bills over there were going to be maybe 1,000, and I was 14,000, and the lowest I hit I think was 39, something like that. What did it cost you all in for the garage? Bro, I've got it broken down into 3. The garage ended up being, I've got it in the house, and I'll have it out tomorrow when I do the live stream. 145,000. The runway here was 51,000, and they did it. It got kind of a crappy job, but the other price that I got for it was 100,000. So I figured I did good. This desk is a piece of crap. That 900 baht desk that I said I bought, it's going in the trash. I'll be buying a new desk for out here. But anyway, I think at 95,000 on the. Hey Logan. Yeah, exactly. He'd love to be over here right now. 95,000 on the solar. That includes the panels, the labor to put it in. He made that elaborate swing out thing, which is awesome. Behind it is my breaker panel. Still got a cough from that sickness. The whole thing, and that even included running wire underground all the way from the front of the property all the way to the back, because I didn't want this. I didn't get a separate meter, although I'd like to. But from what I heard, I have to do something. I don't know yet. I'm still trying. I haven't given up. But 95, 51, and one. So my original deal, 165,000, was that 5,000 US dollars that I had in that bank in Ubon that I brought in US dollars. And when I took that out, that was my plan. That was my budget, just to build the garage. No driveway, no solar, none of that stuff. So it came out to about 145, which I think is nothing, And then when you look at the solar, I mean, even if you're paying 2,500, because the main thing with me, Kenny, is, yeah, you might be paying nothing now, but we're in a foreign country. Even if we were in the States, I mean, PG&E would just love to screw me. They've been screwing me for years and years and years, So, who knows what the electricity bill is going to be, what your electricity is going to be next year. Could double. Who knows? I don't know. So that's my thing when I say I don't care. I'm digging that I'm sitting in here a little bit chilly. I'm thinking about finding a shirt. And I'm not using any electricity. I just dig it, And with brownouts and shit like that, that's why Ubon House is next. It's going to get this same system, and the tie-in is going to be kind of what you're going to have to go through. So I'm going to have to check into that, talk to the electrician about it, and get it done. So let you know what our electric cost is in El Paso. Yeah, I bet. But I don't know what you said. Are you still planning on coming this way the end of the month? Yeah, my electric bills always my whole life. Well, granted, see, I wasn't stealing electricity when I was growing weed either. So I paid over $100,000 US dollars a year for electricity. Party out on just one more testimony. Very cool. Good for you. Power outages 3 to 4 a week for about the past month. Yeah, I'm telling you. Are you still planning on coming this way the end of the month? Because I didn't look at my calendar. I know you said the end of the month, but like I said, we're leaving the 26th. We'll be back on the 29th. So I don't know when you were planning on coming this. Anytime you're coming this way, just let me know. It doesn't really matter. If I start a new Army job in August. Ah, cool. But it is unknown. When? Why? Oh, you mean for vacation? But that, excuse me. I thought that Jamie wanted to go with you to Seoul or something, or that was the plan, right? If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. Vladislav was really good. My mother-in-law and my wife, they're all good, and the kids, they're all good cooks. Okay. No big deal. If you're floating through here and you want to just stop and look at it and whatever you want, just stop for lunch or something, just let me know. I'll just tell my father-in-law that somebody's going to come by and pull up on the property and walk into the garage and look at whatever they want to look at. So if you want to do that, that's no problem. Up to you. Hey, Craig. Krapow, my mother-in-law, Isan style, as you see the peppers. I don't see how I can. I put Thai chili in everything, in my spaghetti sauce, in the linguine and clams. I don't even. If it isn't at least a little bit spicy, it's not worth eating anymore for me. I always like spice anyway. But this system's freaking awesome. Like I said, I've got absolutely the other one I've been complaining about since the day it was put in. So I've got no complaints about that system. I'll tell you what, even me being, if this was my only piece of property, I mean, I could live in this. I could break this up into a 1-bedroom freaking castle, right? With the 21 by 21 foot, 400 square feet, whatever that is. No problem. I would have no problem living off grid with this here in Thailand. Hey, thanks. Yes, we want to leave Texas for South Korea the last 2 years before retirement. Give her some exposure to different culture. Yeah, my daughter, the youngest, she's still talking about Korea. She loved it. Okay, no worries. I got new keyboard, new mouse, and everything, so it's jumping around a little bit. But it seems to be okay. Like I said, besides the desk doing a dance, it's a piece of shit. What are you guys doing in Buriram? You just vacationing, or you actually have something to do? But like I said, we've been on for 25 minutes. Overcast skies. Battery was at 99% when I showed it to you a little while ago. Hasn't went anywhere. And like I said, probably 3 tons of air conditioning running in my pond. I'm really curious. I got to take some app draws and stuff on the pond. But like I said, something's wrong. If this thing is kicking ass like that, and that 13 kW I got over there isn't doing shit, there's something wrong. So I got to figure it out. It'll go to the kids, but thank you. I appreciate it. But it's really good. I wish I'd show you these tables I really like. I think where I've got them, I've got some lights that are going to go on there. We'll do that after lunch. I put up one of the lights myself. The electrician, that's the last thing that he has to do on there. And I've got the breakdown for people that are really interested in what it costs and how much and what it was. Because the solar was separate, okay? We're in here with all the plugs you see, 4 lights in the ceiling. All the conduit is run above the ceiling and then comes down the wall. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got a watertight panel on the outside over there where that koi, where my quarantine tank is. I've got a watertight box out here that has a plug in it, the twist plug to go and charge the trailer. All that stuff was 16,000 baht. So that's labor, material, everything. So again, like I said, man, it's all. But I don't know. Maybe somebody said, "Oh, you paid too much money." I don't know. I don't get. For years and years and years in air conditioning, I get 20 bids from this, for welding pipe, for doing stuff, and I always did that. Here, I don't know. I could get 3 prices. They could all be out in left field. I don't know. But I know the baht's been so, right? What is it today? Gold went down a little bit, 32.8. So it actually went up 1 little point. So 32.8, and so we'll call it 33, and we'll call this 16,000. And that was air conditioning circuit too, divided by, what did I say, 33? $484. Hell, I wouldn't even get out of bed doing air conditioning for $500. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's all, when you look at the solar system. Okay, let's say I think it was 95 divided by $2,800. I don't know. And somebody will ask me, well, how long will the payoff be? What will it? I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to pay any electricity. And like I said, I do care, to a certain extent. When I did that house over there, that was because if I croak, which eventually is going to happen there, I hit the, it's almost time to die, Logan. So, there's no way that my Thai wife, when I die, is going to pay 14,000 baht a month for electricity. No way in hell. She'll shut everything off. Everything would die, everything, So that's why I made the decision back then, because I would have used that 300,000, probably would have bought a bike. I know me, I would have bought a Harley. I did get the Shadow back. I think I semi-told that. It's still got a lean pop to it. So I'm going to bring it in here. I'll drill out and I'll make some adjustments to the carburetor, to the circuit that I believe it needs to be rigged. It's a lean, needs to be richened up just a little bit. It's got nice 2-inch pipes on it now. It's not horribly loud. They have baffles in them. I bought them off the internet, used from another Shadow, one of their sites or something, one of the, what do you call it, a Facebook page. Really nice guy, good price. So I'm going to roll that out here after I get this done. I'll probably be done with this, I hope, tomorrow. Yeah, lean pop sounds so, yeah, and it's actually an after fire. If it's a backfire, it's through the carburetor. If it's through the pipes and stuff like that, it's an after fire. So as people change exhausts and shit like that, a lot of them will get that lean pop because of the decrease in back pressure and the longer time it'll sit in there for ignition. what it is it's igniting what was left after it got done firing. So I don't know. The two carburetors, I'd love to take those off and throw them in the trash and get one nice big Makuni or something and put it on there, and I wouldn't have any problem. These, the way they're upside down, and they're both one massive. They're together, and one's just turned this way and this way, so they fit in there and go. It's weird, but I guess it works. They're saying Honda's saying that's pretty much their best bike as far as no problems, and they run forever, and I can see that. I love the way it runs. I just don't like that pop. Yeah, it is. It was a gray water based. He didn't scrape it as much as I wanted him to. I thought he did, and then by the time I got in here, he'd already started putting it down. I said, you know what? It ain't that big of a deal. All I want it down for is oil spills, crap like that, just stain the concrete. So it did. It worked out good, and I think it was about $100 or something for it. It was a water-based epoxy. Yeah, that was his fix. He put a piece of steel in there and put concrete over it and raised up my entry to the house. You know what? I told my wife, I said, I really like him, but he drinks. I got to watch him every second. He'll come to work, and luckily he's got 3 guys working for him. They're pretty good and they don't drink. But how much sense do you have to know that you should have fall away from the entrance to the whatever dwelling, garage, whatever? And he didn't do that. So, but this should work. And what I think I'll end up doing is putting in a grate. I have them down the side of my house. No big deal. They sell them. They're cheap. And to go out the side here, I only need a piece of 4-inch PVC this wide. So I'll build a concrete box, put the grate in the top of it, dig it out, set a 4-inch or 6-inch piece of PVC in there, cover it with concrete, and then let the water come down there and just go out the side of the deal. So I probably made more. I'm trying to get, I really, really am pissed at myself sometimes because I make life a lot harder for my wife than I should ever. And I'm trying to control that. But I'm such an asshole. When you've been an asshole for, 50 years, it's hard to all of a sudden say, well, I want to be a better person. And that asshole comes out. And especially here in Thailand, the little things irk me, especially construction. And Kenny can testify for that, or anybody that's been in construction. It just, why did you? So I'm trying to survive. I think what I need is gummies. I'll have to have Uncle Craig help me on what to get. It's been forever since I've done any kind of drugs. But I want to try that just for pain that I have in my knees and stuff, and just to old. I'm getting old. Just suck. Yeah, it's on the outside, and it isn't even really that. Just that they sloped, instead of sloping it away from the garage, it got hot. The garage door where the 9-foot door is, no problem at all. So maybe he got drunk by the time he moved over here. But like I said, it's not the best concrete job that I've had done. And the first time I've had him do it, the thing's freaking long. But like I said, it would have cost me double. So as long as as long as it stays there long enough for me to croak, I'll be happy. Sometimes you get what you pay for. Sorry, guys. I thought you did gummies with us. No, I didn't. Did you have some? No, I didn't. And now they changed everything. Exactly what I had said, right? you remember right, they're going to make it medical. You're going to have to get, pay whatever it is for a doctor. That's the way it's going to end up. And that's why I didn't want to get into teaching them, in Ubon how to get a greenhouse and teach them how to grow the shit. For what? For them to change the laws until it was absolutely, positively, it. Because I don't like 6x9s. Do it just for pain. Yeah, you don't have, you can't do it. They test you, right? They test you in the service? I imagine they do. I know they weren't testing any of my friends in Vietnam. Really? Son of a bitch. Yeah, I want to try them a little bit. Like I said, they really freaked me out when I was younger. And I didn't do any except with those cluster headaches. Still to this day, man, it's been, Carol passed away probably 15 years ago. And it was at her wedding. She had cancer, pancreatic cancer. That woman lived almost 4 years, which is just unheard of. Okay, I think Patrick Swayze lasted 6 months. What a lady, what a woman. And saw what you wanted. I saw her daughter get married. Then all of a sudden her daughter got pregnant. And come on, I want to fight and I want to live and see my my granddaughter, my grandsons, whatever, born. And she did it, man. She did it all. She was an awesome woman. I'll tell you stories about her with getting everything done. So when she did pass, all the kids had to do was open a book. This is who you call. This is what you do. This is where they send me. This is call this one. This is where everything to make it as easy as possible on other people. Hell of a woman. So I don't know why I was getting on that. Why was I getting on that subject? Oh, I smoked weed at her wedding. And when she was dying, but it was coming around, and I used to get cluster headaches. And like I said, man, so bad that some of them would bring me down, bring tears to my eyes. But a week, 2 real bad ones, and 15, 20 just headaches. They called them cluster headaches. The doctor gave me a syringe to shove up my nose that was supposed to be for migraines. He said, when you get it, stick it up there. If it goes away, it was a migraine. Didn't go away. Couldn't do anything for it. Said, no, can't do nothing. Smoke. One was starting to come on. They were passing a joint around, which I would never tell anybody to smoke it. It's the worst way you can do to ingest it. Don't smoke it. Anyway, it stopped. I didn't get one. So I was growing weed, and I had the trimmers, that saved them, but I usually had give it, they make whatever shit they make, for everybody out of that. And my nephew rolled me 3, I think, cigarettes in a cigarette machine with filters. That's what he smokes. He didn't have much money, and that's the cheapest way he could get tobacco. But rolled those. I don't even think I got through all 3 of them in like 6 months or whatever. Stopped taking it. That was over 15 years ago. I have not had a headache in 15 years. None. So when they say that THC or whatever's in there, it might not be the THC, it might be cannabinoids, it might be a bunch of shit, but it's in there, man. They haven't even cracked the surface on it. From what I understand, you have THC receptors in your body. If you have THC receptors in your body, you're probably supposed to ingest THC, right? Craig will back me on that. But anyway, I want to try it again. It's been years, and see what happens by myself, so that I don't freak out anybody. No one sells gummies in this area. Really? And like I said, they're going to make, like I said from the beginning, they're going to make it. And that shouldn't stop anybody from coming here. If you're coming here for the, to monger or whatever they call it, you want to chase 20-year-olds and you want to do, drink and smoke and ingest weed or whatever you want to do, is it really going to make that big a deal when you're coming here to spend God knows how much money in a 3-week vacation right? To spend 15 or 20 bucks or 30 bucks to a doctor to get a medical certificate to buy what you want. It don't make no sense. Tested me 2 weeks ago. Oh man. Let's see. It's ready to say here. You could turn the garage into an additional dwelling unit, rent it out for 130,000. Yeah, my it was amazing the rents and stuff they were getting when I left the valley, when I left the United States. What it's been going to be 7 years. I can't even believe it's going to be 7 years. Unbelievable. Sorry if I missed something. Let me know, guys. I still got to make it Craig's way and everybody Douglas's way. And, so hopefully, I'm going to relax a little while. I got invited to go to Pachuap for 4th of July. I don't know if I'll be able to make that or not. Would have been fun, but I'm feeling pretty good. I want to do some traveling in the trailer, so I still don't have that dialed into where I say, the trailer's awesome as far as towing it. Is it close? Yeah, 90%. So I want to make a couple of, now that I've got it on a concrete slab, I'm going to pull it in here. Maybe, probably not till we get back from move on. I'm not going to try to cram a bunch of stuff in, but I want to put it on there, put down the couple of scales that I have, and see what the real, I had a pretty good idea of what the tongue weight was. It just was hard to see out there by myself in the dirt, trying to get something and trying to cover the sun hitting it was a bitch, but I think it was all right. So we'll see. I get the RV overhang. So what only put inside? Behind me, halfway, that's my truck. The other side of I'm taking this, my little work area is about 11, maybe a little over 11 by 21. And then over there's 10 by 21. And my truck's going to sit there. Tired of sitting at, I got a truck that's $1 million, $1.5 million bought sitting out in the sun. Now it's not even under cover. So I got to get it done. I probably won't, like I said, I won't move until I get back. It's going to be a long ride, having to drive all the way up to the house, drop off my mother-in-law, drop off the dogs. She wants to take Heidi and Poncho with her, Sim, and my father-in-law will stay here. So it'll be about a 5.5 hour ride there, and then another hour back after we drop them off to the Sentra. And then I'm just going to relax and do nothing. Hey, Ron, what are you doing, brother? Man cave too. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, and all I did was underneath my 65-inch is a big white, supposedly top of the line router that it has a separate box that brings my what is it called in what's the fiber in, and then that goes into that deal. It's tucked up underneath all the four arms. It's got these big antenna that fold out of it. All I did this morning, because I got nothing out here, I'm on my one that's in my man cave. I just moved it out in front of the 65-inch and put the four antennas up. And is it strong? No, but I'm getting 100 up and 100 down out here. So, but I thought, but I'm going to get a deal. My wife's looking into what they suggest that I put in there and out here to boost it or whatever, a booster of some kind. And then I should have no problem. I don't have no problem now. And I just wanted to, in case I wanted to do a live stream or in case I wanted to watch a movie, what the hell. What was the best what? The best shirt I ever owned lasted me the last 40 plus. What did I miss? I missed something. Still trying to eat. Sorry, guys and gals. Getting cold now. Really? That's the sound coming through this Acer. And I don't have nothing, nothing on my ears. I've got my regular. It's a nice external speaker. I like it a lot. I've got one on this one. I got one on my other one in the man cave. Same exact speaker. X8. It's awesome. Well, on the inside or the outside, bitch. I hate wasps, and that's a wasp. And it's on the. Looks like it's on the inside. You're gonna die in a little while, so have a good time. I'm gonna kill it. Ah, you probably sting me now that I said that. Boobs, no sugar. Yeah. I'm trying. That's why I got this tilted down a little bit, so you guys don't have to see my man boobs. But I hate this. So, how long are you on vacation, Logan? Like you said, it's late there, late. A lot of Thai chili. But I think I'll get back to work here. I'm gonna probably put out on my phone again, even though I did a half-assed job on that last one that I did on that on this. And then I think I'll either do one more of just me sitting down, excuse me, um, on all the costs, or do you think I should do a live stream about the costs? One or the other, I'll do. Wow, that's awesome. Gotta love Thailand in the buff. Yeah. We're moving to a new unit, but still at Fort Bliss. So in one day move, taking some time while I can. Yeah, I bet. I want Thailand after dark. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I figured I don't would it's not like I'm paying or anything. But when I was younger, I didn't like that I was going bald. Now it doesn't bother me. And I like the way I moved that over up against that wall. I'm hoping that my truck is going to fit underneath it. It should be off to the side. It shouldn't be in there. And what I figured is I can just let it down and then just pull it over onto my truck and tie it down and go. Because in the middle, then it interferes with the lights. I don't know if you guys can. I don't think you can see the lights. They're pretty cool. Here they are right here. They're light as hell. They weigh nothing, and they're 200, 150-watt deals, and that's it. That's all it does. And I mean, they weigh nothing. So the electrician was supposed to put them in. I just put that one in over there, kind of half-assedly, but it'll work. Hey, Paul, how you doing? but you can stop by. I'm just doing, I'm in my garage now. But so that should work. I still got a little bit of thing I want to do on that. I've been putting it off because it's extra money. I don't want to spend it. They make it said the 18-pound thrust was okay, but they've got a deal that's got two that fold down and get about 30, 35 pounds of thrust out of them. But once they spin, you can turn on a dime because one will spin forward, the other will spin backwards. So you just go, and it's on a joystick. So I don't have to worry about this with my arm. Not that it was that big of a deal. It's like 8,000 baht. Normally I wouldn't give a shit either way. I would just go ahead and buy it. But, I'm trying to get this thing completed and, I don't know. I guess I'm just being a cheap bastard. And like I said, I pretty much have never been on a budget. So, like I said, I think I've talked about it before. I think 25,000 is the budget that I'm going to put myself on. And that's going to have to cover me for. Normally, it would be nothing. The only time I ever spend any money is when we'll go out to eat, and I'll spend 2,000 or 3,000 baht, take mom and dad and aunt and uncle. We all go out and eat. But that's going to have to be enough for all the little things that I want, the extra tools. I bought a shitload of tools, but I'm trying to put that aside. So each month I'll spend 4,000 or 5,000 on different tools that I want. And then, the trips aren't bad, gas and stuff like that. But I'm not, probably the longest one that I would go on is if I head towards Douglas's or Craig's place. Yeah, leaving there 50,000. Yeah, you're probably right. Carlin, man, that was a real comedian, right? An OnlyFans. I was just surprised on um, how many people. A lot of people. They get a lot of people in live streams. No, I'm fine with what I got, but like I said before, the thing that I'd really like to do is somehow get through to people. That's why I want the channel to grow a little bit. It doesn't have to be, never going to be a big channel. But with people, we kill that bug. That are, getting their retirement from the States or whatever, have enough money and think life is over because their significant other of 30, 40 years is gone. And doesn't have to be that way. And that's the thing that I'd like the channel to really, really get that's where it should head. And we do. We talk about whatever we want to talk about. I don't know. I have fun. When it's not fun anymore, all of a sudden it'll be gone. But I do want to put together that Dave's Dead deal on here, and I will, and I'll show my wife how to make it from private to make it public, and you guys will probably get a kick out of what I put together. So it's been almost an hour. Still got 7 people. Thanks for coming in for the test. I am going to do. I'm thinking that I'm still going to do the live stream tomorrow. But excuse me. I will do the breakdown and give like costs of stuff. If somebody's watching now or watching before and needs like, how much did you spend on sand and how much did you spend on rock and how much did you spend on this, and that I broke it down that way. So if you really are that into it and want to know exactly what it costs, I'll do the breakdown like that. But otherwise, it's going to be, it's this much for the building, this much for the driveway, and this much for the solar system. But I will if somebody does. But I'll probably do a breakdown tomorrow. And then if, like I said, if somebody wants something else besides it, because if you're, like I said, the roof, I ended up reinforcing everything for the solar panels. It cost me almost 15,000 just to do that. So I'm going to say that I could have built it that way from the beginning. So it's not that far off, maybe 150,000, maybe 160. But when you really think about it, what did I say that was? What is even at $105,000? So if you do, come to Thailand, like I said, mainly, I would say if you're a single guy coming to Thailand, I would never buy anything. Maybe if you wanted to buy a condo and you had, 2 or 3 million US dollars in the bank, and you wanted to buy a nice condo and stuff like that you could own, okay. But for the most part, man, I mean, I'm 68 years old. I was 62 when I got here. How much longer am I going to live? So do I really need to buy something? I did all this stuff for my wife, my Thai family here, for them to have. But if you did, have a significant other and they had a piece of land and you just wanted to put up something like this now, even if you went to 250,000 and you made this a little 1-bedroom with a kitchen, with 2 air conditioners, that still keep the solar and all that kind of stuff. Even if you spend $10,000, is that really that big a deal where, she's going to take everything you got? Well, it's 10 grand. Take it. Even if she hung out with whichever asshole you are, if she did that for 3 to 5 years, it's worth more than 10 grand. But, if she has family land or whatever, you put it up. So that's one of the reasons I really did meticulously on the break. I didn't keep anything out. If I went to Kawazodo and spent 50 and bought a paintbrush, I put it in there. So just so you know, that's all. Because you could. I mean, like I said, this would make a perfect. You wouldn't need the roll-up door. That was 15,000, I think. Whatever I got that in the breakdown. But all you need is a couple interior walls. You need a septic system, toilet and shower, all that stuff in the kitchen. If you even did a kitchen, put something outdoor, But it'd be a decent little 1-bedroom, place. That's all. I mean, what do you need? I mean, I don't really know. Do I need that house there? No. Do I need the one in Ubon? No. Do I like them both? Yeah, I love them both. They're great. I like my garage. I like my man cave too. So, all right. Did I miss anything? Let's see. This channel literally inspired me to come and visit Thailand. I'm already put cool. I hope so, Brandy. I didn't get to see enough of you, and I got to get back to the States. So you can be assured that I'll be coming your way. We did the COVID ban travel thing. We found Dave. Really? Yeah. It's been 4 years, man. I guess I'm still going, man. I feel pretty good. I haven't had that problem. I didn't get the thing. Like I said, I had COVID or whatever I had. I had a cold or flu or 5-6 days. Still lingering. In fact, Andrew came by the other day on his bike, and I didn't even want to go out to the fence. I'm going, if I do have something, I don't want to make you sick. He came by and wanted to come up and look at the garage, which I'm glad he did. Yeah. So, what was I going on? Was I on a tangent about something? What was I on a tangent about? But I don't know how. I hope I live 20 more years. I think I'll probably, if I had to guess, I would say maybe early 80s, maybe 85. I would think 85 would be pushing. I feel like shit now. Not like shit. Aches and pains and just old shit that you can say something to somebody or my doctor. Well, you're getting old. If you have certain things, you're screwed. Like at least I got my eyes. I know that a couple of people, Mitch being one of them, have a problem with. Well, I do have a problem with the retinas. Now did you guys see that methylene blue shit? I sent it to a couple of people. I ordered some of the stuff. It looks like the same stuff and the same stuff that Kennedy's supposed to have been taking. And I've been using that shit for not the pharmaceutical grade. Been using that. They've been using that on fish forever, ever. It's as a disinfectant, and then it was a textile color stain or whatever. Well, they say that it Alzheimer's and cancer and all sorts of shit. It's like 5 drops, this little bottle. I didn't tell my doctor about it yet, because I know he's going to say no. But it's supposed to be great for the mind. I mean, they showed pictures. I don't know how much of it's true or not. I'm going to try it and see what it because I'm really, like I said, man, Alzheimer's scares the shit out of me. I don't know about much that scares me, but that's one of them. That and wives dying on me have a tendency to scare me a little bit. Yeah, I do feel better than I did then. Sounds like a good dinner to me. But I don't know. Check it out. If you guys want to look methylene blue. It's a big thing right now. I think a couple of the big podcasters did a deal on it. Mel Gibson did something on it too. Some other people. Could be AI too, for all I know. But I don't know. I don't think it can kill me. I checked up on it. I'll still do more checking. But I ordered 3 bottles of it. Even though they said, "Oh, that's out of China and doing this," I said, "Looks exactly like the bottle you do, except it doesn't have its name up on the top. Exact same label, exact same everything." So I don't know. Pharmaceuticals, pharmaceutical grade stuff. Hello, how are you? But yeah, so I don't know. See what you think. Life does. It's supposed to be for like brain fog and for forgetting things and stuff like that. It really fires off all the shit in your brain. Like I said, some people are saying that the one that I saw that Mel Gibson said was 3 of his friends are now cancer free. They had cancer. So I don't know. And Kennedy did it on a plane or something. And I mean, he's in great shape, a lot better shape than me. So, like I said, I wouldn't do heavy doses. That from what I've read up on, they use it. But one thing it's for is retina shit. So I still haven't gotten. I went to the eye doctor. There's some kind of your arteries are bigger than your blood vessels, and they're supposed to be the other way around. And you've got this and that. I'm going to send you to a specialist because I just don't see that well, especially at night. And but she did it. She was really good. I really liked her. And then she's supposed to be setting up a specialist for me to go see. This stuff in real strong doses, I guess, does something for that. Let's see. Well, I bought 3 of the bottles because they're already talking about the stuff going to go through the roof. So I've got extra because the one that they're saying is 30 milliliters. And the one that I bought is 50 milliliters. And they were saying the ones that are 30 use either 5 or 10 drops once or twice a day. Also supposed to give you all sorts of energy. One guy said he doesn't take it late in the day because he won't sleep. So he said when you take it in the morning and take it in the afternoon. And then you find the strength that you feel. It start out with 5 drops and blah, blah, blah. But I've got to check into it. I mean, you're like me. We're retired, so we can sit on the internet and surf it around. Is Logan going to sleep? Yeah, I think I'm done. It's been an hour and 5 minutes. All right, everybody, I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow. If you guys are around, jump on. I'm going to do the breakdown on this garage here, the solar system, and everything. I'll do it tomorrow, 8 o'clock Thai time. It's already set up, I think. I've already got it out on the deal. So I have to do this all manually now because I stopped paying. You can see my little StreamYard bird instead of my deal up there. But it's charging me $45 a month. I'm going for what? Everybody else does it for free. So I got to look at a duck. Ain't that big a deal. Anyway, thanks everybody. Thanks for checking it out and doing the test. I will try to. What was I going to say? If I do something from here, I'll try to get a different microphone. I've got my traveling one that I used. Remember the one I used for ages and ages on the little tripod? I still have two of those. So USB ones. So I'll bring one out here, have it out here, and we'll do another test. So just looked up crystal meth. We'll start. Yeah, there you go. All right, everybody. Thanks. I really appreciate it. I got to go over here and push this and then go to, where am I at? I don't even know anymore. It used to be easier. My outro. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. I will catch you all on the next one.